Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dragon Keep, the new standalone from Gearbox, which is basically the Dragon Keep DLC from Borderlands 2 made into its own little minigame for players who want to experience the story before Wonderlands comes out. At first glance, you may think that there is nothing new about this, but there actually is, and today we're going to be checking out one of the new features, which is the Looter Pult. So in the new Dragon Keep standalone from Gearbox, there is this new feature called the Looter Pult. There is two of them that I know of. There could be more, but I'm not exactly sure. There is one in Flamework Refuge, and there is one in the Mines of Avarice. And in this video, we're going to be seeing if they're worth it and finding out what they're all about. The first one at Flamework Refuge is where I'm at right now. I'll show you the map location, but here's the Looter Pult, and it is right here on the map. It's just to the right of the first entrance, and this thing is really cool. It costs 10 iridium to fire, and once you do, it will fling this chest up into the air where it will explode and loot will go everywhere. Everything from seraph crystals to iridium to relics and more. Now, I'm not sure if there's a difference between the two. I don't even know if it's only two. There could be 3 or 4, but I am yet to find the others. But yes, there is one in Flamerock, one in the mines, and in this video we're going to be doing 25 spins on each of them to see what we get. The reason why I want to do 25 on each is because I've heard that the one in the mines has a higher chance to drop you guns, and this one is more for relics and shields, so let's find out. I don't really know how to intro this part. I mean, I think we're just gonna fling it, but as you can see, you pay for it, it flings the chest, and then it explodes into loot. Now, I am playing on normal mode, not TVHM, which is the playthrough I'm actually on, and the reason why I'm on normal is because apparently this loot scales, and I don't know if that's true or not, so we're going to find out together for the first time right here, because as you guys know, I'm new to this as well. I just want to jump in and see what it's all about, and yes, the loot is on level, so it does not matter what playthrough you do this catapult on, the loot will scale to your level no matter what, or at least that's how it seems. I'm on normal, the enemies around me and the vending machines are all like level 15 and 16, but yes, that loot's level 21, so that answers that question. You do not have to be on the current playthrough that you're doing to get up-to-date loot. It will scale it on any level. I suppose let's just keep going here and see how it all works. I want to see how this chest reappears as well really quickly, so let's fling that one off, and how does it come back? Oh wow. Jesus Christ, that was pretty intense. I did not expect that. Okay, so that was just my 5th spin right there. I still got quite a few more to go, but let's go and see what we have so far. I'm not going to try and pick any of it up. I mean, obviously the money, but I just want to have a little skim through the loot pool here and see what we got. So of course there's a ton of seraph crystals. If you're not already aware, these can drop at any level now, which I will give my opinion on that at another time. I know at first that might seem really bad, but it's actually not as bad as you think. We've got a lot of blues here, some purples, really not a lot, a bunch of cosmetics, which is pretty interesting, but I'm not seeing anything like a legendary or anything like that. I hope it hasn't blown it off the map or anything. But this is with only 5 rolls. But I'm going to keep going and we'll see how many we can get. Alright, so we're at the 350 mark on our iridium. We only have 10 more spins that we're going to do before we jump into the second one in the mines and try that one out. But oh my god, there's like loot beams everywhere. This is probably going to drop my frames, I'd imagine. There is a lot of stuff, and we actually have a legendary. Holy, okay, we'll take a look at that in a second. It's really nice again that this is all on level, and what I like the most about this feature is that if you're on a playthrough and you're getting iridium, it gives you an incentive to use it on something else other than SDUs, and I think that's really, really neat. But taking a look at the loot on the floor while we're at 350, it doesn't look like we have anything crazy. We have, I thought that was maybe a unique, but I'm not even sure if this can drop uniques. However, what I will say, and the one thing that caught my eye when we came over here, is a legendary. We got a bouncing Bonnie, which is pretty awesome. I didn't expect to get a grenade. I was maybe thinking we'd get a gun first, but we have one legendary after 150 iridium there, which I'll let you come to your own conclusion on if that's worth it or not. But we have 10 more spins, so let's go and polish those off, and then we'll collect all of our loot. There she goes, boys, and she... Oh, I got a legendary. Oh my god, okay. I didn't think I'd catch that on camera, but yeah. Oh man, that's a gun as well. That looks like a nukem, or a rocket launcher, or a shotgun or something. Okay, wow, I did not expect that. Okay, so we are done. We have 250 iridium left. Now, I am curious of a few things. First of all, how much iridium are we going to make back? Second of all, how many seraph crystals are we going to get? I probably should go and buy some stuff because I have 457. But I am really curious to see how much we get. I see what looks like a sledge's shotgun, maybe. I'm actually not too bothered about losing any of these extra Seraph crystals. I've got so many and they're really easy to farm, so I'm not too bothered about that. But what I do want to show you is something which has really surprised me. So not only did we get a few legendaries, we got a lot of legendaries. We're going to start with the side here. I'm going to go to the middle pile a little later because that's a whole nother story. But on the side here, hiding in this rock, we've got none other than a hammer buster. So I'm going to add that to the count for 1 legendary from this already. A pretty nice rifle in the hammer buster. I haven't tried it in the standalone, but I'd assume it's good. I hope no loot's gone off the edge. And then moving into the middle is where things get really fucky. So starting with the bouncing Bonnie, which we saw earlier, that's number 2 for the legendary count. We've got next to it a quasar grenade. So that's 3 legendaries right there, and then you think it stops, but it doesn't. You may remember what I thought was a rocket launcher or a shotgun. Well, it's actually not. It's neither of those. It's a Lyuda. It's a corrosive Lyuda. A really nice find here. So what is that? 4? I've lost count already. And then right next to it, we have another legendary in the form of the Thunderball Fists. So that is 5 legendaries from 250. Oh my god, and I just seen the Jesus Christ, 6 legendaries in a sledge's shotgun. I didn't even notice that one. So in 250 iridium, we got 6 legendaries, a whole bunch of iridium and money, and Seraph crystals. I don't even know how many Seraph crystals are going to be here. I'm scared if I go away, they're going to disappear. But you know what? I think I'm going to take the risk. But just in case it does wipe all of this off of the floor, just let it be known, there is a lot here. I really think this is actually worth it. This might be the best new gear farm. And again, as I make my way over to the Seraph vendor with my fresh new inventory of legendaries thanks to the looter Pult, I want to remind you guys that this is extremely easy to do. Like, you just get 10 iridium, you fling it, all of the items are on your level, it doesn't matter what playthrough you're on, and you can help gear up for whatever you're doing next. That is insane to me. Now, to empty my Seraph crystals, I'm going to buy the only Seraph items you should get, and that is the Florentine, which... Where is my Florentine? It's just not here at all. Okay, well, I guess I'm going with an antagonist instead, but I have just noticed that this is all underleveled. I mean, that really sucks. I guess what I'll do is buy the Shadow of the Seraphs because I can get some use out of that, but all of this stuff is total trash. But for science purposes, I will torture myself and get an antagonist, and that should free up just enough room for our Seraph crystal inventory. Okay, so luckily it looks like none of our currency despawned. Really good game design there. And yeah, we have got a lot to sort through here. But I'm going to document before we start that my iridium is sitting at 250 and my Seraph crystals 287. So let's see how much we make off of 250 iridium worth of looter Pults. Okay, so I think I am pretty much done picking up all of the crystals and iridium here. There was a lot. Like, really, there was a lot. As we can see, if I take a look at my inventory here, from that pick up there, we got nearly 100 Seraph crystals, and our iridium went up by 64. So we got 64 iridium, nearly 100 Seraph crystals, 6 legendaries. You can see our cosmetics are piling up here, as well as the blues and the purples, which I won't sort through just because it's going to take way too long. But all in all, based off of that, I've got to be honest, this might be the best loot farm in Dragonkeep by far. If you've got the iridium to cough up, this seriously might just be the best. Iridium is super easy to get in this standalone. You can farm mimics for it, which is what I would personally recommend, or you can farm something like Bonyhead. He's a really easy boss to take out, and this is all done with like minimal effort. You also get a bunch of legendaries, which is really cool. And speaking of legendaries, there's another one right here. We got an Emperor. So 7. We actually got... Gee, is there any more that I've missed? I'm not sure how I missed this. This was just sitting here, I guess because of the lighting, but wow. 7 legendaries from 250 iridium. And then you have to take into account that we made most of that back and more with the Seraph items. Absolute insanity. I am going to go over to the Mines of Avarice and we're going to do the extra 250 we've got. But man, this is unbelievable. Alright, so we're in the Mines of Avarice and we're approaching the second looter pult here. Again, I don't know if there's any more than this, but 2 is just fine for me considering the amount of insane loot that we've had so far. Now, on the map, this one is located right behind where you meet Claptrap and get the Beard Makes the Man mission. As you can see, this is where it is on the map. Now, what I am curious about is not how much iridium we get back, and it's definitely not how many Seraph crystals we get. Like I said, that stuff is really easy to get. What I am curious of, however, well, there go the crystals, is how many world drop legendaries we get compared to the first one. I hope we get some of the more sought after guns. Perhaps a Norfleet would be really, really cool, or like a Hide of Terror would be awesome, but I'm really not sure. Now, looking over there, I can already see a legendary on the floor just behind that rock, and one not far from it as well. Now, I don't know if this is going to have higher chances to drop legendaries than the one at Flamerock, but I mean, we'll just have to find out. I gotta say, man, I haven't seen a floor full of loot beams like that since I was doing crawl runs in Borderlands 1. This is a lot of loot all over the floor, and the perfect thing to add to this standalone. I mean, who wouldn't want to experience this? This is really, really cool. I'm probably going to be doing just a bunch of these on my streams. Twitch.tv/EpicNNG, by the way, if you want to grow your cock by 3 inches. We are playing this game so much. I'm really, really enjoying it. If you want to stop by a stream, do come and hang out with us. I think you have a great time. Now, time to take a look at our Legendaries. Gamers, predictions in the comments. How many you think we got? I think we got more than Flamerock, although I don't think there's too much of a difference which one you take. The first thing I'm seeing here is the flowers on your graveskin for 0. I mean, if you play 0, you might like it, but not for me. And we've also got a head, so that's 2 legendaries right there. And wow, this is actually for me. That's sweet. Legendary number 3, we have a Madhouse. I don't know if they were able to make this thing good in the standalone. I will have to test that out. But yeah, that's legendary number 3. Legendary number 4 is the... No. The bee shield. Legendary number 4 is the bee shield. Legendary number 5 is the cradle. And now we have a 6th legendary, which is the legendary soldier class mod. A 7th here, which is the legendary siren. Any more? Yes, legendary number 8, which is the cradle again. So we got another cradle. And that looks like that's about it. But we got a bee shield. Holy, dude. So pretty much no difference there. I'm not going to spend my day trying to work out with math which one is better to roll. I think you can do either. I'll probably roll this one just because I like the setting a little more than Flamerock. But let's see how many Seraph Crystals and Iridium we picked up. So our current count on Iridium is 16. And then for Seraph Crystals, 376. Let's go through and just see how much we can get by picking all of this off the floor. So it seems that our results aren't all that different. We got a little less Seraph Crystals than we did at Flamerock, and we got, I would say, around the same amount of Iridium, maybe a little more. So it seems like we got more Iridium but less Seraph Crystals here, which I don't know if it's repeatable, and I can sure as hell tell you I can't afford it. But I will say that hands down, the looter pults might just be the easiest and best way to get on-level legendaries in Dragon Keep. Our findings today got us 15 legendaries, which is absolutely ridiculous, and I can tell you that I am going to benefit from these drops a lot. Now, if you do need to get Iridium really fast in Dragon Keep to farm these looter pults, then don't worry, I'm going to have a farming guide going up on the channel really soon, which should help you guys. But I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're enjoying Dragon's Keep as much as I am. I'm going to have more videos on it coming out on the channel in a few days, so stay tuned for those. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you all in the next one.